So let's talk about something we all deal with, our emotions. Today, we're going to dive into some really powerful, practical tools to help us navigate feelings like stress and anxiety, so they don't end up navigating us.
I mean, we've all been there, right? That moment when a wave of stress or frustration just takes over, and before you know it, you're reacting completely on autopilot. It's a totally human experience. But what if you could create just a tiny bit of space between that feeling and how you react? This right here, this idea is at the very heart of mindfulness. It's not about trying to stop your emotions or get rid of them. Nope, it's about changing your relationship to them. It's about learning to see them as these temporary events, just like weather patterns passing through the sky. Yeah, they can be intense, for sure, a real thunderstorm, but they always pass. The big takeaway? You're the sky, not the storm. Okay, let's get into the why of it all, because understanding a little bit about our own brain wiring makes these tools so much more powerful. This isn't just wishful thinking. This is actually based on some pretty solid neuroscience. So let's look at how your brain is set up to handle all this stuff. You can think of it as having two key players on a team. First, you've got the amygdala. That's your alarm system. It's lightning fast, and its job is to trigger that immediate fight or flight response to keep you safe. Then you've got the prefrontal cortex, which is like the wise executive of your brain. It's a bit slower, more thoughtful, and its job is to step in and say, whoa, okay, hang on, let's think about this for a second. The whole game is about getting these two to work together better. And this is where it gets really, really cool. This system in your brain, it's not fixed. With practice, you can literally start to rewire it. You're basically strengthening the communication line to your wise executive, which in turn helps calm down that hyperreactive alarm system. What that really means is you build the ability to respond to life's challenges instead of just reacting to them. All right, so that's the science. Let's get into our first practical tool, and it's one you literally have with you at all times. Think of your breath as a powerful, reliable anchor that you can drop anytime to steady yourself no matter how choppy the emotional seas get. But why the breath? I mean, what's the big deal? Well, it's actually super simple, but profound. When you focus on your breath, you're anchoring your attention right here, in the present moment. And crucially, you're sending a direct signal to your nervous system. By consciously slowing down your breathing, you're telling your brain, hey, it's okay, we're safe. You can calm down. Let's try a really simple but effective technique, the 3-part breath. You can do it with me right now if you want. Okay, first, let's just breathe in slowly through the nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your belly expand. Now just gently hold it for 2 counts. 1, 2. And here's the most important part. A long, slow exhale for 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See? That longer exhale is what really kicks in your body's relaxation response. So, when can you use this? Honestly, anytime. You could try it first thing in the morning to set a calm tone for your day, or the second you feel that jolt of stress or anger. It's perfect for transitions, like in between meetings, or right before you have to walk into a tough conversation. Think of it as your personal reset button. Okay, so breathing is amazing for grounding yourself and catching stress early. But what happens when an emotion has already grabbed hold of you, when you're already in the middle of the storm? For that, we've got a more structured practice called RAIN. It's a 4-step pathway designed to help you move through a difficult emotion, instead of just trying to get away from it. So RAIN is this fantastic acronym for a process that helps you meet your emotions with awareness and kindness, instead of letting them sweep you away. It stands for Recognize, Allow, Investigate, and Nurture. Let's walk through each step. First up, R is for recognize. This is just about pausing and noticing what's actually happening inside you. You just gently name it. Oh, hello, anxiety. Or, anger is here. The second you put a label on it, something shifts. You're no longer lost inside the feeling. You're now the one who is observing it. That's your wise executive coming back online. Next up, we have A for allow. And honestly, this one can be the hardest. Our natural instinct is to push away uncomfortable feelings, to fight them, ignore them, distract ourselves. Allowing just means letting the feeling be there, just for a moment. You're not saying you like it. You're just dropping the rope in that internal tug of war.
Then we move to I for investigate. Now, this isn't a cold, hard analysis. It's about bringing a gentle curiosity to your experience. You might ask yourself, where do I feel this in my body? Is it a tightness in my chest? A knot on my stomach? You're just getting curious about the physical sensations, shifting from being consumed by the story to just noticing the experience.
And finally, the last step, N, is for nurture. This is where you bring in some active self-kindness. It can be as simple as putting a hand on your heart and saying to yourself, "This is really hard right now. It's okay to feel this way." It's a small act of self-compassion that reminds you that you are not the anger or the sadness. You are the one who is experiencing it.
And this quote just captures the whole thing so perfectly. The goal was never to become emotionless. It was to realize that you are so much bigger than any one feeling. You are the awareness that can hold all of it, the big open space that's large enough for any storm to pass through. So, I'll leave you with this to think about. The next time you feel that emotional weather starting to shift, which tool will you reach for? Will it be that simple, steady anchor of your breath, or will you try walking the gentle pathway of rain? Just remembering that you have these tools in your back pocket, well, that can make all the difference. Thanks for exploring this with me today.